Welcome back, gamers! Now in my Donkey Kong review, I stated that the game Kirby's Epic Yarn was kind of a letdown. And after I said that, I started getting a lot of emails from fans who not only wanted me to review this game, but explain my stance on it. So of course, in this review, we're reviewing Kirby's Epic Yarn. Now I've been a huge fan of the Kirby franchise ever since the first game was on the NES. The concept of gobbling up enemies and stealing their powers is an interesting one. But sadly, in this installment, that all falls by the wayside as Nintendo delivers up a whole new concept with this old icon. In this game, Kirby is sucked into a world that's made entirely out of fabric, and this introduces a new villain as well as new enemies which are all made out of yarn. No, you won't be eating them this time around. Instead, you'll be smacking them around with your yarn whip and gathering them up into a ball to toss at other enemies. Oh brother, not really the classic Kirby I was hoping for.
Facepalm!
Now the first thing I should mention is that this game is intended for kids. And when I say kids, I mean little kids. All the music in this game is light and fluffy, the enemies are goofy and cute, and in this game, you can't even die. Oh come on now, really? Kinda takes a sport out of this game, don't you think? Especially in places like this, where the roof that's lowering down on you is threatening to squash you flat. Of course, if it actually does manage to flatten you, this game will not only save you, but also move you ahead in the level. So the game actually moves you ahead if you die? What kind of crap is that?
Double facepalm!
Now aside of being disappointed by the direction taken in this game, there are actually some upsides to this title. And one of them being that Kirby can automatically morph into a few classic forms found in the previous games, like a parachute, a car, a heavy weight, a submarine, and there are also these special areas, for when Kirby reaches them, you can turn into things like a UFO, a huge tank, a surfer, a fire engine, and much more. Now I thought these areas were a lot of fun, but I also thought this game could have used a lot more of them too. Another thing I enjoyed were the visuals, since everything had a neat fabric-y feel to it. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say that this is Nintendo's attempt at competing with the Little Big franchise. Now the last thing about this game I wanted to point out is all these damn secret levels spread throughout the game. After defeating any given level, I still had about 3 or 4 of these doors left unopened. Now I don't mind secret levels, but this game has way too many.
Triple facepalm?
All in all, Kirby's Epic Yarn really isn't all that epic. I do applaud Nintendo for trying something new, but if you're gonna toss Kirby into a game with a radically new concept, it better be a game that freaking blows your socks off. Okay, so final verdict. If you have a young child that you're buying this for, then this title is ideal for you. But if you're older and looking for something to play, then you might want to look elsewhere. So until next time, gamers, game on.